Hi, this is Joe. I'm going to introduce you to Zotero as Dan requested. So here's a little screen capture video. The first thing you see is Firefox because Zotero is a Firefox plugin. And I'll say a few words about it. So you can get it from its homepage here. Download requires Firefox, but if you go to zotero.org, you can get it installed. There's also a standalone version, which I'm not using, and I can only imagine it's less useful because a lot of the cool features of Zotero are how it integrates with um, the web. So, for example, scholar.google.com is one of the things we could look at. So, let's say, for example, we look up Stahl here. Let's see, what's his name? Well, we'll find somebody maybe. Okay, how about Stahl, CSCL? Okay, and since I'm not signed in, you just see he's got some papers and you can't do anything. But if you sign in, then I have to set my scholar preferences so that it shows some citation links in the bibliography manager section here. And for some reason, if you set it to EndNote, Zotero takes over for EndNote. And then you see these links here. And you click on the link, and down here you see it saving into Zotero. It's taking a moment. Let's see what's happening. So, where'd it go? Contributions. Okay, well anyway, now this is the first time we see Zotero in action. I'm not sure if it imported it properly, so let's see. Usually, yeah, if you have it open, you can see where it's going, um, and it's not. It goes into whatever folder you have open by default when you're pulling things out of Google Scholar, which is really the easiest way to do things. If we were to hop over to Amazon, for example, you can do the same thing there, and with other let's see if we can find him this way. Oh, wrong guy. Let's try the same thing. Yeah, global introduction to CSCL. So when you're browsing just an arbitrary web resource, let me hide that for a second, and you see something that, like typically from a Amazon or some other book-oriented thing, and you want to save it to Zotero, uh, you see this little link up here, and you can do the same thing on Open Library and WorldCat and a few other places. But anyway, um, it has it alphabetized by title by default. You could switch it over here like so. So now that these things are imported, some of the worthwhile features are syncing, so that you can share everything with the group. Um, you can add notes using this button here. So, let's just add this one, add child note, for illustrative purposes. I haven't read this yet. Okay, so that note, whatever the title, the first line is, shows up the title. Might be good though. So, and the rest of it will be in the body whenever you come back and visit. And the notes sync to the same location as other objects. Anyway, so here's a nice trick, is that if you open up your notes, there might be an expand all button, but this is fast. And you highlight everything. Then if you right click, which I'm usually pretty bad at, you can do things like this, which is generate report from selected items. And then you'll see up here a nicely laid out annotated bibliography. And these are all the things in the intro to CSCL repository right now. And all these things are there, and you can just view the source and save it and stick it on your own web page if you're interested in that. So anyway, so that's a quick guide to the how you would use it in some respect, but the most useful thing is, another very useful thing, is to get the references out of the tool. So again, if you right click on these items, you can generate or create bibliography from selected item. You can do this item by item, and this will give you a number of different style things. What I usually do is copy directly to the clipboard and paste it in. You can get more styles than I have here. But then I usually use a BibTeX style because I write stuff with LaTeX. But let's see what happens if we do this. So it should be in my clipboard now. Let's see, we'll just hop into piratepad.net / intro. So it should be the case that when I paste this thing, it will come across. So let's see. Sorry, it's taking a minute. Yeah, so there's the citation formatted as if it was ready to go into a plain text document. Of course, that would be, you could use it with this thing open if you wanted to, you know. Or you can also open Zotero in a separate window, and you can have a couple of windows open. That's a useful trick. So, you know, oops, I don't know if there should be an expand button. Anyway, so you could do something like this, and then, you know, do something like this. Move to a new window. So then you have your pirate pad and Zotero, and you could have them, you know, next to each other. Hopefully this is coming through okay in the screen capture. Anyway, that's really about it. I guess while I'm at it, since I've got pirate pad open, I might mention a couple other of the features here that are useful. So now if I want to export this thing as HTML, there's a way to do that. And if I was to open this HTML file in, well, I don't even have to open it. I can convert it using a command line tool called pandoc into just about any format directly. So this just goes to show that you can get things out of PyroPad and make them look good. So you can convert it to open document or LaTeX or whatever. So you could have a nice solution here. What I said before was that I usually export things. You need a plugin which you get from the Zotero site to export to BibTeX, your references into BibTeX. Let's just see if I can find that right now. Zotero BibTeX. you can export everything as a BibTeX export library in BibTeX just like that, and this works. But you know that the actual results. Well, let's see. What did I say? Desktop intro CSCL CSCL.bib. So well, there you go. They're not so bad, although I'm not so sure. This has exported my entire Zotero. This seems to have exported my entire Zotero library per se. So you know, it's a little bit shaky. Um, unless I export library, yeah, it didn't do the right thing. It exported some other stuff, but anyway, you can export directly to BibTeX using this little gear-shaped widget, but it's better typically to highlight the items and right-click and use the exporter. So Zotero BibTeX forums BibTeX export. Um, it's in here someplace, but I don't even know if you want to export these things to BibTeX. It's sort of a one-time deal. Maybe we can talk about that. Talk about that later. I found some quirky little tools for that. So let's call it the end now, and I will close this video and try to upload it. Okay, bye.